Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video here on a key difference in techniques for getting through life. For the most part, the most common technique that people use for getting through things is to feel better. We're looking for that way to get through what we're feeling so that way we can go back to a feeling of being comfortable, secure, and quote unquote happy. Now, there's a difference between feeling better and getting better. Feeling better goes in circles. Okay, so what I mean is that if you're anxious and you find a coping mechanism for that takes away the anxiety for the short term by distracting you from the thoughts that create that anxiety, well, that feels better. The problem is that as soon as that distraction is over, or as soon as the affirmation no longer has the same, new feeling where it's all exciting, but it becomes just rote over time, well, all of a sudden now you're going back into your previous thought patterns. And so you go through the whole thing over and over again. It may take a couple of days, it may take a couple of weeks, it may take a couple of months, but it's going to happen again. And the reason is because you haven't actually addressed the problem. You've just more or less covered it up. So feeling better generally doesn't actually make you feel better. It may seem like it does in the short term, kind of like an addictive drug, but it doesn't, because it doesn't actually get rid of the problem. Getting better, it actually requires you to stop trying to feel better. Okay? When you learn how to cope with the thought patterns that you have, or rather when you learn to identify the thought patterns that you have and recognize where that anxiety comes from, recognize where that social fear of judgment comes from, rather than just trying to cope with it or buying yourself something new so that the anxiety goes away and you feel more acceptable, you recognize where it comes from, recognize the thoughts that you've created over time and are creating right now that contribute to that general perception. Well, all of a sudden you're no longer trying to feel more certain. You're not trying to feel more secure. You're facing your uncertainty. You're being present and you're recognizing what you do. And that is the only way to get rid of these problems. Now, it doesn't feel good. It's not, going through this is not a fun, happy-go-lucky experience. But when you get through it, then all of a sudden you're able to experience something that you didn't even know was there. You feel that it's there. You feel that there is another way to live through the world, to live in your life. You know that there is something else that you can experience. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. But how do you get there? Well, you're never going to get there until you let go of the devil that you're familiar with. And unfortunately, that devil wants you to feel better. It never wants you to get over this. It never wants you to stop thinking about those thoughts, because those thoughts are what make you feel certain. So you actually have to face your uncertainty, get a little bit of courage, and in order to experience something new, stop trying to feel better and get stronger. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, get in touch with me. And as always, I'll make more videos as they pop into my head. Talk to you soon.